I would say the one thing that men have to deal with that is more of a gut punch, that is more heartbreaking, that is more difficult than all the other things combined is ingratitude from women. You could rescue a woman, you could be the best man she's ever met in her life. You could do more for her in her life and her getting ahead and going, well, in the end, going her own way, right, than anybody else, and she'll still spit in your face about the kind of job that you did for her. Why are women like this? Well, I don't want to speculate too much, but I will tell you how to navigate it.
For the last 25 years or more, young men have heard a lot of crazy advice. Almost none of it good, most of it harmful. The trend was always toward greater acceptance of effeminacy. Look around you. How's that working in your world? The simple fact is there are problems only men can solve. That means the world is waiting for you to step up and get your shit together. Your reward is a life of meaning and achievement beyond anything you currently imagine, including wealth, friendships, female attention, respect. There's no currency of greater value. I set off to explore the world when I was 24 years old, and I haven't been off the road since. I've been lucky. I'm a 4-time national champion. I studied medicine with a mentor in the forest of Central America and got hired at top hospitals like Cleveland Clinic. I went to sea with a mentor, built my own boat, and lived on the water for 5 years, all because of mentors. When I needed mechanical skills, I found a mentor. When I became a writer for a major publisher, I hired mentors, selling $40 million in under 3 years. Because mentors give you the ultimate edge, and you're gonna need it. If you're young, your biggest obstacles are confusion, distraction, and inexperience. Fortunately, there are solutions that give you power to move forward with clarity and focus. That's why you need to know about Young Men's Mentoring for the 2020s. Young Men's Mentoring for the 2020s is a one-on-one and group coaching mentorship where you and I and a couple of guys talk about things important to you. I even host live events at my Caribbean headquarters and my jungle hideout in Guatemala, where I lived for 10 years to study ancient healing practices. Each week I have a story and a lesson to share, but you get priority to ask me anything. It could be about family, money, an idea you have for your life or business, women and the dangers of dealing with young women today. Each month you'll hear from an expert who will talk about the fast path to things like financial security, business development, so you can learn and earn from anywhere. This is the stage in your life where you choose whether you're going to be a man or continue on your path to slavery. If you're seeing this message, you can count yourself lucky, but only if you take action. You will not get a better opportunity in life than the one right in front of you right now today. Join Young Men's Mentoring for 1 month for just $49, and I'll see you on the inside.
It's very important. Number one, like all illness, like all injury, the best thing is to avoid it. If you don't want to die in a motorcycle crash, try to avoid riding in motorcycles in an unsafe way, right? In your relationship, you're going to deal with ingratitude periodically anyway. But here I'm talking about like the really bone-crushing kind of comments that women can make, or just the behavior that says, I don't really care what you do for me, right? It's not good enough. I think from an evolutionary standpoint, women have their reasons to look for men's weaknesses. They're supposed to make you aware of the ways in which you're not yet strong or tough or perfect or competent, because there is a motivation there to make things better. Okay, fair enough. But the ingratitude of, I know we have this, and you've done 10, 20 years to give us this, but this guy over here has that, and it's better, right? And that kind of lack of appreciation from women will absolutely destroy you. It is like getting punched in the solar plexus, like it takes your wind out to hear that kind of talk from your woman. This is like marriage-ending kind of annoyance, right? It goes from being an annoyance to an actual, I'm not sure I can live with this person anymore. So one of the things that you can do, that I've done whenever I've dealt with this, whenever I've faced this, is to make it very clear who has contributed what. Now, you need a leg to stand on here, right? I know a lot of guys, I've seen guys, right, sort of living off of women, like she's paying the bills and you're hanging around. Don't be in those kind of relationships. That's terrible. That's an awful way to be. You have to hold women to an objective standard in something like this. If you put together a fabulous house, you got a beautiful child, you guys live in safety and plenty, and she's still unappreciative, you need to show that to her. You need to hold up the evidence that says, wait a second, right? And I've seen guys who are the bravest guys in the world, like physical bravery, who don't have the courage to say, no, dear, I disagree. This is a very, very bad dynamic to live in. And the inability to simply say to a woman, nope, you got this all wrong. Like, I put this together. Here's what I did for you. There's an important balance between being overly emotional about the way you're going to approach this. If you are going to talk to her about it, and you need to talk to her in such a way where you make it clear that you're upset, but you're not upset when you're telling her. If you tell her and you're yelling or you're emotional about it, of course that's going to get you nowhere. But if you say to her in a very cool, collected kind of way, listen, you don't like the job I've done? You think I did a bad job with X, Y, or Z? Well, here's the evidence that you're wrong. And if I'm not a good man First of all, what are you doing with me? And second of all, show me who is, right? Put it back on her. When you know objectively that your woman's being unfair, when you know objectively that your woman's judging you and holding up a lack of appreciation about what it is that you've done to make her life better, remember, the psychosis in our society right now is that somehow women can't do anything wrong and they're superior to men, and all of that is false. A well-ordered society is a male-dominated society, contrary to all the nonsense you've heard in the last 20, 25 years. It's men that keep the order and keep things in line. It's men that allow women to be free within the confines of society, within the home, within the family. It is not women who have made society what it is. That's in part why you see such a disastrous chaos, right, in so many different realms of society. And also that the ideas that somehow femininity and feminism, right, are somehow so superior. Women are so superior, and if only women were in charge, things would be so much better. Where's the evidence of that? There's no evidence that that's true. And this also means that you need to go after making yourself more valuable each and every day. That's what this channel is about. That's why I created Young Men's Mentoring. If you're interested, first of all, please give us a like and subscribe. I'm very happy that you find value in these videos. If you do, share them with other people. But also, if you're a young man and you have questions about how you're going to live the life you want instead of the life you're stuck with, you need to know about my Young Men's Mentoring group coaching calls. Each week we jump on a call. I'll have a lesson prepared to talk about something important, and you guys get to ask me anything. We'll talk about topics from how to make money and invest it wisely so you have a good financial foundation, good secure footing financially, how to get the kind of skills and have the kind of adventure in life so you're not just working for a paycheck trying to get rich. You're also doing something that deeply, deeply matters to your own evolution. So you have some kind of, not just skin in the game, but soul in the game, right? We'll talk about women, the kind of challenges that you're up against. God knows it's never been tougher between men and women in the modern era. It's my favorite topic, let's be honest. So I hope you'll check it out. It's $49 a month. Give it a try. We'll talk about the things that matter to you, create a plan for you to go execute during the week, and then we'll check back and see how you did. It's very, very simple, practical kind of program I've put together. The amount of time I save myself with mentors is staggering. It's why I've been able to do all the things I have, from athletics to medicine to dance to writing to sailing, living internationally, buying and investing, real estate, right? Various things that have made my life really delightful. That's what I want for all of you guys. Check it out. Thanks very much. That's enough out of me. I'll be back with more great stuff.